Ever wondered if the horror stories about the piranha, the so-called man-eating fish, are true? Let's dive into the fascinating world of these fascinating creatures to find out. Piranhas, often painted as ruthless predators, are actually omnivorous creatures, feasting on fruits and seeds as much as they do on meat. They're native to South American rivers, lakes and reservoirs where they play a crucial role in the ecosystem. Contrary to popular belief, not all piranhas are meat-eaters, and they certainly don't hunt in murderous packs as depicted in movies. There are more than 60 species of piranhas, and their diet and behavior vary significantly. Some are solitary, while others prefer to swim in shoals. Yes, they have sharp teeth and a strong jaw, but they're not the man-eaters we've been led to believe. But to understand piranhas better, we must delve into their life cycle. The life of a piranha begins in a small gel-like egg. Yes, even these fearsome fish start life as something seemingly harmless and delicate. The spawning process of piranhas is a fascinating dance of nature, where both the male and female play crucial roles. During the spawning season, the female piranha will lay her eggs in a nest that's been carefully prepared by the male. This nest is often a shallow depression in the riverbed, dug by the male using his mouth. The female then deposits her eggs, as many as 1,000 at a time, into this nest. The male piranha fertilizes the eggs and then takes on the responsibility of guarding them. The male piranha becomes fiercely protective of his nest, warding off any potential predators that may pose a threat to his unborn offspring. It's a testament to the lengths nature will go to ensure the survival of a species. After a few days, the eggs hatch, and the next stage of life begins for the piranha. These newly hatched creatures are known as larvae. At this point, they are extremely vulnerable and rely on the yolk sac attached to their bodies for nourishment. During these early days, the piranha larvae don't venture far from the safety of the nest. They spend most of their time hiding in the river's plant life, avoiding predators and growing. After about a week, the yolk sac is fully absorbed, and the larvae begin to resemble small piranhas. This transformation marks the transition from larvae to juvenile piranhas. The juveniles are now ready to leave the nest and start fending for themselves. They are equipped with a set of sharp teeth and are ready to take on the world, a world full of potential dangers and challenges. It's a tough start for these tiny creatures, but it's a necessary process, one that equips them with the tools they need to survive in the wild. The larvae stage is just the beginning of their journey. It's a journey that will see them transform from defenseless larvae into one of the most feared creatures in the water. As the larvae grow, they transform into juvenile piranhas. This metamorphosis is a fascinating journey of survival and adaptation. The physical changes that occur during this stage are quite remarkable. Juvenile piranhas, often no larger than a thumbnail, are characterized by their silver color, which helps them blend into their surroundings and evade predators. As they grow, they start to develop the characteristic sharp triangular teeth that piranhas are famously known for. Their bodies become more streamlined and muscular, enabling them to swim quickly and with agility. Now let's talk about the dietary changes that occur during this stage. As larvae, piranhas subsist on a diet of small invertebrates and plant matter. However, as they grow into juveniles, their diet begins to shift. They start to eat small fish and insects, and interestingly, they also start to display cannibalistic tendencies, often feeding on their weaker siblings. This might seem shocking to some, but in the wild, it's all about survival of the fittest. It's also during this stage that juvenile piranhas start forming schools for protection. Piranhas are known for their schooling behavior, and it starts early in their life. These schools can contain anywhere from a few dozen to several hundred individuals. Schooling provides safety in numbers, and it's a strategy that increases their chances of survival. When threatened, the school of piranhas will swim together, creating a confusing swirl of motion that can deter predators. It's important to note that during this juvenile stage, piranhas are still vulnerable. They face threats from larger fish, birds, and even other piranhas. But it's these challenges that shape them, honing their survival instincts and preparing them for the rigors of adult life. Once the juvenile piranhas reach a certain size, they enter adulthood, and with adulthood comes a whole new set of challenges and adventures. But that's a story for another time. For now, we leave these young piranhas as they navigate their way through the fascinating journey of growth and survival in the wild. Adult piranhas lead intriguing lives filled with survival tactics and reproduction. These ferocious fish are not just mindless predators, they're survivors, adapting and thriving in some of the most challenging environments on Earth. When it comes to dining, adult piranhas are not as picky as you might think. They're omnivorous, feeding on a diverse diet that includes fish, crustaceans, and even plant matter. They prefer to hunt in groups, using their numbers to their advantage to overwhelm their prey. This social behavior is a key survival tactic, allowing them to take down larger prey and fend off potential threats. Speaking of threats, piranhas face a variety of dangers in their natural habitats. These range from larger predators such as caimans and river dolphins, to human activities like overfishing and habitat destruction. Yet despite these challenges, piranhas have a surprisingly long lifespan, often living up to 10 years in the wild. Now let's talk about romance, piranha style. The mating process kicks off with males carving out a nest in the riverbed, an impressive display meant to attract females. Once a female is suitably impressed, she'll lay her eggs in the nest. The male then fertilizes these eggs, and both parents stand guard over their future offspring, displaying a level of parental care that's quite rare among fish species. But it's not all smooth sailing. Even in the reproduction process, survival comes into play. Young piranhas are often targeted by predators, and it's a race against time for them to grow large and strong enough to defend themselves. It's a tough world out there in the river, but these resilient fish have found a way to thrive despite the odds. So, the life of a piranha is far more complex than the horror stories suggest. They're not just mindless eating machines, but rather sophisticated creatures with fascinating survival tactics and reproductive behaviors. And while they might have a fearsome reputation, there's no denying the piranha's impressive adaptability and resilience in the face of adversity. We've journeyed through the life of a piranha, but what does this mean for us? As we dive deeper into the world of piranhas, it's important to unravel the truth hidden beneath the surface of their reputation. Contrary to popular belief, piranhas are not the mindless, bloodthirsty predators they're often portrayed as. In fact, these fish play a vital role in maintaining the balance of their ecosystems. Piranhas are primarily scavengers, feeding on deceased or weak animals, thus keeping their habitats clean and free from disease. Their sharp teeth and strong jaws are designed for this purpose, allowing them to tear apart the carcasses that fall into their waters. By doing so, they prevent the spread of illnesses that could devastate their aquatic communities. Moreover, piranhas are a critical link in the food chain. They serve as a food source for larger predators such as caimans, river dolphins, and large birds of prey. Their existence contributes to the survival of these species, demonstrating that even the fiercest creatures have their place in the grand scheme of nature. But what about the threat they pose to humans? The truth is, piranhas pose little to no danger to us. Most species of piranhas are actually quite shy and will avoid human contact if possible. The infamous man-eating piranha is more myth than reality, a product of sensationalized stories in Hollywood movies. In reality, piranhas are far more likely to be scared of you than you are of them. In fact, piranhas are a testament to the beauty of biodiversity and the complex web of life that exists in our world's rivers. Their survival and thriving are indicators of the health of their ecosystems. In conclusion, it's crucial to dispel the myths surrounding these unique creatures and appreciate the role they play in the intricacies of nature. Piranhas, it seems, are misunderstood creatures, more essential to our world than we might think. Let's take a moment to digest what we've learned about piranhas. We've delved into the lives of these fascinating creatures, from their ferocious reputation to the roles they play in the ecosystem. We've discovered that they're not just mindless predators, but they start out as vulnerable eggs and larvae, facing a myriad of challenges to reach maturity. As juveniles, they learn the ropes of survival, adapting to their environments and honing their predatory skills. Their journey doesn't stop there. They continue to survive and reproduce, contributing to the circle of life in their aquatic habitats. We've also debunked the myths surrounding these remarkable creatures. They're not the relentless man-eaters popular culture paints them to be. Instead, they're integral parts of their ecosystems, playing essential roles in maintaining balance in their environments. And with that, we see the piranha in a new light, not as a mindless man-eater but as a vital part of our ecosystem.